Brothers and sisters, I'm Jesse with Living Tree Community Foods, and we're here in the hills above Berkeley. We're at the Rose Garden, and this is an amphitheater of roses carved into the hillside. They're in full bloom. I see yellows and crimsons and reds and blues and purples. The roses are in bloom, and out beyond there you can see the bay, and beyond that Marin County, and over towards the left the city of San Francisco. This is one of the most energetic and most extraordinary places to live. We feel privileged to be here. And we're going to be planting some seeds. We're going to be showing you how to turn your kitchen into an edible kitchen. So let's start. Let's start with growing some wheatgrass. Why not? So I have some hard winter wheat that I've soaked overnight and then rinsed morning and night for 2 days, and it's sprouted beautifully. So I'm going to take this winter wheat, and I'm going to be planting this in this tray. This tray consists of compost from my garden, cow manure, and chicken manure. Chicken manure from a local farmer. Cow manure does wonders for the soil. It's a low-level fertilizer. It also makes our heavy clay California soil wonderfully friable. It gives it wonderful texture. So filtered compost, cow manure, chicken manure. Let's get planting. So I'm taking my my wheat sprouts, and I'm putting this right over sprinkling them over the tray like this. And when I'm doing this, and just think, just within 7 to 10 days, I'll have a flat filled with wheatgrass, and every morning when I'm doing my green drink, I cannot do better but to take a clump of wheatgrass and toss it in the blender with the green drink. What can be more energizing? Because it's not just the nutrients and minerals of food, but it's also the energetic level of food from whence healing comes. So here we have a tray filled with wheat berries, and there you go. So, and here we are. We've planted our wheat berries. As soon as I get home, I'm going to water it, and then cover it with a cloth, and water it every morning and every night, keeping it covered, of course, with a cloth to keep the seeds moist. And now next to this, I'm going to be planting some barley berries, barley that I've also sprouted. This makes a wonderful barley grass, so healing, so filled with life forces. And of course, just put these trays in the south-facing window of your kitchen, and you're all set to go. And as I say, be sure to water them twice a day. So here we go, barley grass. Okay, there we go. Well, yesterday, brothers and sisters, we planted a kitchen garden replete with wheatgrass, and Tibetan barley, and I've taken the flats home, and they're already sending up shoots. I'm very, very glad to say. And today we're going to go on, and we're going to show you how to plant your backyard, replete with some wonderful veggies for autumn and winter. That sounds like an awful long way off. Here we are in the midst of summer, but remember, you never plant your winter garden in winter. You plant it now, and it will be replete all through the colder months. So here we go. Let's start with some magnificence. We're going to start with lettuce, of course, and we're going to start with Grandpa Admir's lettuce. This is a magnificent lettuce that I've gotten through the Seed Savers Exchange. Magnificent people doing righteous, much needed work, preserving our genetic heritage. Okay, Grandpa Admir's lettuce. Now we're going to try some salvias lettuce. This is a magnificent, beautiful, gorgeous yellow lettuce, salvias lettuce, and I've got this from the seeds from Johnny Selected Seed, magnificent company. From the Seed Savers Exchange again, we're going to be planting a lettuce called Gold Rush. I like this because it's bolt resistant. That means it won't turn bitter, we hope, during the hot months of August and September. We'll follow that with Winter Density, a romaine lettuce, a magnificent standby romaine, Winter Density. Then we'll try some John Muir lettuce from Johnny Selected Seeds. Also, as I recall, a bolt-resistant lettuce. There we go. And finally, red deer tongue lettuce that I got from Everwild Farms in the Midwest. Here we go. Magnificent, gorgeous, the most gorgeous seed packet I've ever seen. Okay. Everwild Farms. Okay. And now we're going to go on. We've done our lettuce. To my humble way of thinking, one of the most important of crops are the brassicas, particularly kale. So let's go into our kale, and we're going to start with a wonderful standby Siberian kale. Siberian kale. Collard greens, but of course, a magnificent standby. They keep so well in your refrigerator. They're just loaded with magnificent nutrients. Collard greens, thousand-headed kale. I hope you can make out the image. Look at the size of those. Those leaves are over 2 and 3 feet long. Can you relate to that? Can you imagine anything like that? So here we go. Thousand-headed kale. Scarlet kale from Baker Creek, Heirloom Seeds. Okay. White Russian kale, magnificent standby Every garden has to have this. This is just a gorgeous bluish green kale, very resistant, very hardy. And finally, kohlrabi. This is kohlrabi from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Here we go. Okay. And now, let's go on to red dandelions. Dandelions with red stems. This is an Italian vegetable. Butterfly spinach, a rare variety of spinach, heirloom, but of course. Space, another a more recent variety. This is from this is from Johnny's Selected Seeds. Then we're going to do some bok choy, magnificent Asian green. Then we must do, absolutely must, do a parsley. Parsley is going to take 3 weeks to germinate, but it will. Let's be patient. It will get there. Of all varieties of parsley, I enjoy Italian parsley the best because it makes a parsley on vigorous vines, long stems, disease resistant. Who could ask for more? And now another green, a Shijimsi green, wonderful Asian green, and we're planting that right now. And that completes our planting for autumn and winter. I realize there are some parts of the United States where it's simply too cold for a winter garden, but all of you will be able to grow greens through most of autumn for sure. But the secret is plant the winter garden, plant the autumn garden right now. So let's dedicate this garden. Let's dedicate this garden to mobilizing our immune systems, mobilizing our immunity by eliminating completely ultra-processed foods. No more chicken nuggets, no more soda, no more sugar-laden soft drinks. Please, no more pizza, no more ultra-processed. At all times, try to go as much as you can towards alive, vegan, vegetarian, raw food, or certified organic, but of course. Avoid, at all costs, eschew vegetable oils of any sort. No vegetable oils. And let's be positive. Let's go forward with green greens. In a blender, spring water, parsley, lettuce, celery, Swiss chard, kale, but of course, press the button, you have a green drink. In my experience, what could be more healing and energizing? One of the great legacies from the raw food movement. And then, of course, vigorous exercise, an absolute necessity in these times when we're all hunched over our cell phones. We all have our eyes glued to a screen for how many hours a day? It doesn't compute, it doesn't make sense. Vigorous exercise, a necessity in this world. And let's go on From there to the necessity of saunas. Saunas are so salubrious. Think on that. Surely you have a friend, associate, or an associate who has a sauna, or you can easily rent one from a place downtown. So try to take a sauna at least once a week or once every other week. And then vitamin D. Go out there, brothers and sisters. Enjoy the sun. Sunbathe. Swim. Hike. Get as much sun as possible. Vitamin D mobilizes the immune system. And finally, let's follow the example of our forebears and plant a victory garden. During the Second World War, there were as much as 21 million victory gardens, and they produced as much as 40% of the vegetables that civilians consumed during the war. So let's go forward, brothers and sisters. We are so provided with extraordinary richness. YouTube is filled with videos showing you every step of the way to create your kitchen garden, your biodynamic, French intensive backyard garden. It's all there for you. We love suggestions. We love comments. Let's go forward. Let's mobilize our immune systems and renew, recreate, and redeem these United States. Let's go forward. Thank you.